Welcome to another episode of Nexus Fans Wrestling Show. I have been off of YouTube for far too long, and I am back to give my opinions and my thoughts on developing stories and rumors going on in the WWE. Now, let me get right down to it. Last night on SmackDown, we saw the emergence of a new group, a new faction in the WWE. It was during the Brodus Clay Heath Slater match. It seemed as if Brodus Clay was going to defeat Heath Slater, but out of nowhere came Jinder Mahal and Drew McIntyre, and they attacked Brodus Clay from behind, and Heath Slater joined in the assault. And I thought this was a very interesting thing because when was the last time we saw Drew McIntyre on a Raw or SmackDown? And when was the last time, for that matter, we saw Jinder Mahal on WWE TV? I think this is great. I think this is refreshing to see a new group because we haven't seen a group since the core. So it's been over a year since we've seen a group in the WWE. And I think this will bring newfound interest to SmackDown. And I think Heath Slater, I've never really been a fan of Heath Slater, but in this group could definitely develop his character. This could be beneficial for Heath Slater to take it to that next level in the WWE, as well as Jinder Mahal. I've always been on the fence about Jinder Mahal. I wasn't too sure about him. I just didn't know if he had the in-ring ability and the skills to get the job done. But this group could also be beneficial for him. And finally Drew McIntyre. I've always been a fan of Drew McIntyre. Ever since he won the Intercontinental Championship, I've been a huge fan. And he used to be called the Chosen One. I thought he was going to become the world champion one day, but he just faded out and got lost in the shuffle on Raw as well as SmackDown. So this could breathe new life into Drew McIntyre. It could be beneficial for him as well. So I believe that this group will be a change. This group will be refreshing, and it will make SmackDown a show that will be watched once again. Because SmackDown, let's face it, SmackDown has lost its touch. SmackDown is nowhere near as good as it used to be. Even like 3 years ago, 2009, the summer of 2009, that was one of my favorite years to watch SmackDown as a fan. And I think they could kick it up a notch and bring it back to the way it used to be a few years ago. So I think this group will be good for SmackDown, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what these three guys do in the future. So leave your comments in the comment section below and tell me what you think about this new group, this new faction being formed on SmackDown, and what do you think will happen in the future. Subscribe.